Hey guys, how we doing? It's been a couple of days, and it's time for the Q&A for Blood and Breath. Here we go. Any future fairy tale stories besides Levi, Lizana, and Virgo? DJ Macho, man, good to hear from you, dude. As always, right now there's two ideas in mind at the moment. There is Urza. It's gonna be called Mentor Titania. It's gonna be a great one. Even though I don't follow Fairy Tale religiously, I haven't read too much of the manga like a lot of people have. Definitely a great story, and not only that, but a friend of mine requested Urza, so I pretty much put that up there on my list. And Yukino, and I don't know, she's climbing the ladder on top of those anime ladies list, man. I really like her character, and I got still kind of piecing an idea, but I have an idea that would work whenever I get around to it. That is, there's a couple stories that go first. How close do you finish to Zenovia's storyline? Cybertron, what's happening, man? I've been reviewing things with my favorite Englishman. I'm gonna tag him in this. And there's no date yet, but there's a volume 2 confirmed. And if you read last chapter, which is about the shower, well, you should kind of know what's going on. There's going to be a couple more chapters left. It's not going to be ending in a chapter or two, if that's what you're wondering. And I'm really excited to see how that's going on. Although for volume 2, we've looked over some stuff and we've laughed, and this is going to be very good. And also, he's the one that requested Irina, and that is becoming one of my favorite stories. Favorite games: Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts. Some of the Tales of, I haven't played all of them, but it's a good time. Thoughts of The Last of Us 2. Any genre preferred, and most gaming anticipated. Last of Us 2, I mean, I'm not really into it, but the trailer looks good. Probably jag with my head, but it looks very good. As far as like a genre, I mean, there's no really set genre. I mean, I like fiction, I like nonfiction. I mean, it's just really good. Like Call of Duty, I bought. It's funny because I bought World War II and I bought Final Fantasy 15. These are the two I'm on right now. This I got for $20 on Black Friday, and the same day I got this for 35. Ooh. So I mean, I'm just kind of trying some stuff up. Before that, I haven't bought a Call of Duty copy since Modern Warfare 3, and I bought that thing brand new, and I just kind of said, I played the campaign, and I was done with it, really. Especially, I remember there was a lot of hacks going on back when I was on the 360. Now I'm on a PS4. Let's see. It really just goes by the title, really. I mean, the Ratchet and Clank older ones were better. Up Your Arsenal was definitely, I think, the best. Gaming as a whole, though, I mean, even though I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 right now, I mean, I love the characters. But between that, the mobile platform of it, this took so long. They're still creating stuff for it. And at the same time, me, just like many other people, are waiting for three things: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah. There's another one I know I'm missing. But those are the main two. I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 I've been waiting 10 to 15 years for, dude. Come on. You're gonna milk it? Like, Final Fantasy 15 took all this time, and a lot of people call it a failure, even though I enjoy it. Some people think it's a failure. And for what? Just so you could delay it? Come on. Just, ugh. I'm stopping while I'm ahead. It's just terrible. Favorite anime, favorite manga. It's really hard to break down anime, so I just kind of broke it down to categories or tiers, like underrated. Sky Wizards Academy. I don't know why it gets hate on it. I actually like the concept and the characters. Franchise, the huge series, Naruto, but that kind of died down a little bit, especially since there's a lot of filler that I've missed. Fairytales replacing that one though. The kawaii category, as I call it, the cute, the sweet, the one where you just want to hug people. Kobayashi made dragons. As far as the mainstream, the popular one, but at the same time it's not massive. Got to be Date Alive. And there's some animes and some mangas that you could find some better fan writing for. I've seen a lot of better DxD fan writing than the canon anime story. But you don't see that with Date Alive. It is very hard to write, in my opinion. For those who fan fiction write Date Alive, you have a lot of respect for me. Got a lot of respect for me, really. Let's see. Favorite manga? Definitely Rosario Vampire. Hands down. Just love the characters, the concept. Overall, it's just a good time. Any motivations teaching? Any of the sort? I just kind of wrote down the question, just kind of like put all as a whole. And kind of the subjects I do is to raise awareness on certain subjects. I did one about sleep paralysis in Rios, where I actually have a friend of mine, I won't say her name, but she struggles with sleep paralysis, and it's kind of like the way that some people describe it is picture being chained to this chair that I'm on, and you're blindfolded, and then 10 feet away, there's another person standing up and blindfolded, but how you have an apple on your head, he's got a bow and arrow. She said that's the similar thing of what sleep paralysis feels like. The mind's fully awake when the body's shut down, and it just makes you shake and feel like someone's watching you. And it was a very nice thing that I did. Now some people, it's been called out a few times, but some people, they're just kind of like, why is there, like this recovery story? It kind of gets a little bit old. It's like, okay, let's go back to the fairy tale reference. Gray, Natsu, Lucy, Urza. Where are their parents? Natsu, Igneo left him a long time ago. Lucy, her mother died. Her dad eventually died. Urza, no parents. Gray, his parents died. Success story. Bottom line is, no matter where you come from, doesn't matter if you have a parent in your life, you have the tools in front of you, you could conquer your goals. Dreams too, to an extent. It's really the work you put in. I want to become a writer. And yeah, this is just some fan stuff right here. But day in, day out, there's been times where I've worked 40 some odd hours, and then I've, tried to do like 30 some odd hours writing stories. That's 70, 80 hours a week worth of work. And I love it. That's just what I do. And as far as what these people in my stories are inspired from, a lot of these people are real. They really are. For example, there's some of them that have bad father figures. I'm not going to say which story it is, but there's an old friend of mine. I call him Ace. His dad left him when he was 2 years old. And ironically, I was at work and I was on cash register just for coverage. So sure enough, you type up the number and everything like you're supposed to do. It's retail, whatever. And I see George and Ace's last name, and I'm like, son of a gun, son of a gun, son of a gun. And then he wanted to argue about prices with me. It took every single cell in my body to tell him that piece of garbage no longer pays child support. If he did, that piece of garbage. And let me tell you something, buddy. If you ever watch this, guess what? He got through his first date without you. He learned how to shave without you. He learned how to drive without you. And let me tell you something. If you don't know, He's got a beautiful baby boy. He's got another one on the way, I believe to be a baby girl. And guess what? You're not in that picture. For the record, you were in his life for 2 years, and he's got a baby that's not even 2 years old yet. So about half the tenure of being a parent as you were, he's already done a better job than you. Shame on you, lower than low, you scum. Sorry. I just can't take that. I just can't do it. Moving on. But yes, as far as Ace goes, well, let me tell you something, dude. I'm not sure if you're ever going to watch this, but you've made it. There's been times where even I doubted you. I really have. Especially when you started to get into some stupid stuff. But guess what, man? You seem to have a great wife. You have a beautiful son. You got another beautiful kid on the way. You've done it, man. You've even proved me wrong. And that's hard to do. Guys like him motivate me to do better. As far as motivation, like sometimes I'll get home at 1 o'clock in the morning and I can't go to sleep yet and I want to write. Sometimes it's really just the ideas that pop into my head, which there's a lot of them, if you haven't known already. And then sometimes it's, as far as like music choices, instrumentals I think work the best. Probably the famous games that I've mentioned before, but Sonic the Hedgehog soundtracks actually seem to work the best for me. That could be Sonic Adventure, 2 Battle, Sonic Heroes, 2006, which is a game that was a very big disappointment. But yeah, what's next? Got the rest of the Rosario girls. You guys probably knew that. Been dying to do this for a while, but there's a Koniko and a Koniker. Can't talk. A Koniko and Gasper, aka Nico Pyre. I've been waiting to touch on that for quite some time because one guy said he just didn't see it, and I'm like, newsflash, buddy. If you haven't noticed, I've proved people wrong. Again, can't talk. What's wrong with me? But I prove people wrong for a living. Maybe a second living, but I prove people wrong. That's just what I do. Including college professors that said no one would take my life seriously. Hey, buddy, do yourself a favor and look me up and look at the views, look at the comments. Bada bing. Let's see. There's Ruby stories coming up. I wish I did this full time just because there's a lot. Let's see. As far as life is concerned, I mean, well, got simple goals. There's like life goals. I want to pay off my car, take myself a nice vacation if that's possible, save up money, invest, live comfortably, skate more. It's 2018. Of course, I got a lot of goals. But I think a big one is me getting some of my originals again. Restless is one. And one of them, Ashley, some people refer to her as Lady Relentless, or Lady Rel. She's been helping me come up with an original called Her Royal Average. It's about a prince living a double life. Now, he's 16. He actually works in the town with a merchant. And this is 1600s France and such. Lucius Robin Tyone. And what's going on is he wants to find himself, just grow up average, regular, and everything else. And his pops is like, look, I'm getting older. You just turned 16. I want you to have grandkids before I die. And one day you're going to have the throne. And he's got to try and force marriage on him, and he's going to have to try and find, a mate. But how's she going to react when it's like, okay, we have a merchant boy. It's like, oh yeah, where's the frickin' palace coming from? Hard pill to swallow. But I'm really excited to work on it. Thank you, Ash. You're the best. This has been the most asked question. Will there be a volume 2? And simply, my answer is yes, of course. Yes, of course, there's going to be a volume 2. I've kind of been, like I said, I'm glad I ended the way I did because I didn't want to just drag it on. That wasn't what this piece was supposed to be. This was supposed to be up front, have events going on. You have her get pissed. You have her be nice. You have her be clingy. You have these girls make her jealous. You have these interesting things going on that just kind of make you, get up from your seat and you're like, okay, I'm in the zone. That's what I want this thing to be, and I accomplished that. Volume 2 I'm kind of stuck on because there's a couple of ways that you could go about this. There could be children, there could be not children. I wasn't sure how far this was going to go, but originally I had it for in or not to have children. Reason being is because the way that this is being left off, you just got a body and you've had it for about 2, 3 days now. Shouldn't you be living life instead of focusing on children and marriage? The answer to that is yes. But there's a few things to go around it, especially the interesting part about there being a half breed child, because that'd be half dragon, half vampire. Now, my buddy Dakota, I'm going to tag him in this when I post it. His name on Wattpad is Adrenal Nightmare. He's got a Kurimu story, which it's kind of similar to my Kurimu story, where the kid is half darkness. There's a couple guys in that category, and then it's a girl, so you have half darkness, half succubus. And since this is also part of the canon manga series where you hate half breeds, it just kind of goes into that category. They get made fun of and everything else. That's really where my idea came from. Thank you, Dakota, for that. He's one of the guys I share ideas with. Last words. Well, I hope everyone really just enjoys what I do. I'm going to be doing this for as long as I can. I put in a lot of hours of work. There's a lot of time and a lot of emotions. I've cried a few times. I've laughed a lot. And I just enjoy this. This is definitely one thing that I just have a lot of passion for. And apparently some people just see that. I just can't wait to do more. And I just happy with how everything has turned out. Anyways, guys, this is going to be it. If there's anything that I missed, feel free, comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And at this moment, I'm just going to be uploading this, and I got some stories to work on. Cheers, people. Later.